Hi, my name is Sarah LaCombe, and here's my audience. Basketball has become a very popular sport through the many changes that have occurred since it was invented. Basketball was started by James Naismith in the late 1800s. He was a PE instructor at YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts. At the time, the only sports for men was gymnastics. He wanted to have a new activity and needed students to be physically ready for the sports in the spring. The equipment used, basketball started with using old peach baskets as hoops, an old soccer ball for the ball, and they would nail the peach baskets at opposite ends of the gym. Coincidentally, they were placed 10 feet high. The baskets had bottoms to them, unlike today's hoops, and to retrieve the ball, they would either cut a small hole in the bottom and use a stick to poke it out, or have someone stand on the railing and reach down to grab the ball. The first rules for basketball started with 12 rules, which were no shouldering, holding, pushing, tripping, or striking in any way the person of the opponent shall be allowed. They wanted the first game to focus on technique. Basketball's firsts. The first official game was held on January 20th, 1892 in Springfield, Massachusetts YMCA gym. Each team had 9 players. The game lasted for 30 minutes with 2 15-minute halves. The final score was 1-0. For the first professional game, teams were established mostly along the East Coast. Each location consisted of the best players. On November 7th, 1896, in Trenton, New Jersey, the first game was held between Trenton YMCA and Brooklyn YMCA. The first time teams from different states played. It was also the first time athletes were paid. The highest paid athlete was Fred Cooper, who received $16. Everyone else received $15. Trenton defeated Brooklyn by 1, and this started the recruiting of players from different states. The first professional league, the National Basketball League, NBL, was established in 1898. It consisted of 6 teams from Philadelphia and 6 teams from New Jersey. The league lasted for 5 years. This league ended and the National Basketball Association, NBA, was formed. The Renaissance. This was the first African American team. It was established in 1922 and also known as the Wrens. It was founded by Robert Douglas in Harlem, New York. The name was created because they practiced in the Renaissance Casino Ballroom. By 1924 to 1925, the Wrens won many colored basketball world championships. In 1939, they won the inaugural World Championship of Professional Basketball. This was an invite-only event against many all-white teams and demonstrated no racial prejudice. Women in basketball. In the early 1900s, it was frowned upon by society for women to participate in sports. Even doctors stated that women should not participate. The spark of women's basketball was started by Senda Burrenson. Then Title XI was created in 1972. It banned women from being treated unequally for both sports and academics. Basketball clothes. In the beginning, there were no uniforms. Men wore shirts and comfortable pants. Women wore long skirts and blouses. No one matched because teams had not been established yet. By the 1920s, men dressed in medium above-the-knee shorts, form-fitting uniforms, and tall socks. Women began to wear t-shirts and were required to wear knee pads. In today's clothing, for both men and women, they wear looser uniforms, longer shorts, shorter socks, and team logos are incorporated on the uniforms. In conclusion, there have been many changes made to basketball to improve the sport.